Alright, so welcome to my biggest tutorial ever, and yeah, I think this will be really a big one. I don't know how many passes we'll have, probably 6, 7, 8, 9. I have no clue, maybe only 5. Really will depend on how fast we can finish the modeling. I want to model basically a complete Sony PSP from the ground up, from a simple construction plan that you can download at theblueprint.com. I will give you all the links, everything you need to start out at the same point that I do. Yeah, and in the end we will definitely shade this and in 3 different render engines. At least this is the plan, so we'll definitely go for Maxwell, Vray and Octane. So for each one of them there will be their own part, so you can just simply choose which render engine you like the most, and then you can just simply shade it and light it up with me and stuff like that. But first of all, we need to model this little baby, and I also need to say, I'm really sorry, but I'm not giving away the model this time, so you definitely have to follow along this complete tutorial if you wanna build this Sony PSP. So that's the deal, and I hope this is okay. I really hope. Okay, so basically, I think I can delete this already. Try to outline this construction plan a little bit, and also try to model this here a little bit. Yeah, but anyway, we have here the construction plan, as you can see. This is from theblueprint.com. As I said, I will give you the link, and here we have some reference images that will definitely help us to make some decisions where the construction plan is maybe not enough. And also here we have some measured data that I did download from Wikipedia, the exact size of the PSP 1000. We will probably go for the PSP 1000. I'm not 100% sure yet. Maybe the 2000, 3000. Definitely not the Go. We can delete this. Yes, but I think it will be the 1000, to be honest. Okay, and as you can see, they are almost the same. Well, almost. Okay, so let's close this and save it. All right, and we will start out with Photoshop. So let's start up Photoshop, and we will do some basic outlining, and I will also show you, while we outline in between in Cinema 4D, why we need to make some cuts here and there, so you can understand this modeling process a little bit better. And to be honest, I'm not the best modeling guy in the world, but I'm getting along pretty well so far, so I hope this will be okay. Okay, as you can see, this is locked here, so we just simply need to cut this here with that tool and go to cut it out, create a new file. Photoshop will instantly create a file for us in the same size as the cut out picture, and we just simply drop it in, delete this layer, create a new empty layer over it, go to our brush tool, and we will get this pen look-alike. And size will be something like 6 pixels, and we will go for some kind of red color so we can just simply see our lines a little bit better. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and now we can start out to line out the basics a little bit better. And by the way, we will split the PSP in 3 different parts, because this is probably also the way this little baby is assembled. So as you can see, here is the front part. Right here we have the middle part, and here we have the back part. So we'll basically just simply model the front part first, and before we get in all the holes for the buttons and stuff like that, we will just simply make a copy of it and hide it, and so we don't have to make the basic shape again for the middle, and can just reuse the front part, which will probably be the best, I guess. Okay, so let me just go back here quickly. All right, and now we can start to draw some lines. And I have the window open. I hope you can't hear this, guys. Well, I will see it later on anyway when I check the record, but okay. Okay, so first of all, what we definitely need is a cut right here for the display. This is pretty obvious, and we just simply hold down the Shift key in Photoshop so we can draw a straight line, as you can see. And we might want to move the line a little bit more right so it goes through the middle of this button as well. So we have here, maybe if we draw this way, then spawning some points right here, and then we can also shape this button a little bit better right away without cutting any extra lines. Okay, and I have to use a little trick here, which is a little bit bad, because I don't know how else I can do it. always make a point in between and then just simply go back. This gets rid of some issues, because if you draw one line and then you just draw the next one, something like that happens, and I don't really like this. So yeah. Okay, so here we have the second cut for the display, and now we should definitely think about the tricky part, and I think this is really the tricky part, to be honest, on this model. Is we have here, let's check a reference image so I can show you this a little bit better. Here we have a ring where the buttons sit in, and here we have a ring where the buttons sit in the middle. And first of all, we can't really model this ring. I mean, it would be probably possible, but it would be definitely a lot of work to do this. Because if you want to model a circle, you need a specific shape. And this specific shape is really important, to be honest. So what we can do, I mean, I will show you this in Cinema 4D, how to model, sub-D model a circle quickly, so you can understand this a little bit better, what we are doing now. And also show you why this can become an issue. And why the outlining is now really important, that we don't make any mistakes there. Come on, Cinema 4D, please. Okay, thanks. So we basically just simply create a plane, hit the R key on our keyboard, rotate it for 90 degrees, hit the C key on our, sorry, let's go back, width segments to 2, height segments to 2, size doesn't really matter right now. Let's hit the C key on our keyboard, let's jump into point mode and make sure that ground shading is turned on, and also that you have here ticked on wireframe. That's basically it. And let's drop in a hyperNURBS subdivision surface. And let's drop it in. As you see, this is what we get when we drop it in. Let's just simply disable the subdivision surface. Go select loop selection. Make sure select boundary loop is ticked on. I'll just simply select this. Oh, sorry. Maybe in line mode. Select this. Go right click extrude. And we extrude this a little bit. Okay, so that's basically it. And let's turn the subdivision back on, and let's say we just delete this one quad here. So you can see we already get a nice circle here. If we would up the subdivision, this would already be good, but we are aiming for a big circle, so we need to delete the rest as well. And as you can see, this doesn't really look too good, at least not like a circle. So what we need to do is just simply select only these 4 points here. Hit the T key on our keyboard, get in the scale tool, and we just simply scale this in, and as you can see, we get a circle. Okay, so let's imagine we have this shape now here in Photoshop on our plan exactly here. And we have a complete plane going over our model, and we need some more basic cuts. And this is really a problem, because this button here sits a little bit higher than this button, so we can't really draw a straight line, which is really a little bit bad. And to get things a little bit better in shape in sub-D modeling, we need to make some close cuts like this. For example, let me change this here to loop. And okay, this is probably not working. Let's go change it to plane, and let's make a close cut somewhere around here. So you can see if I make a cut right here, those edges get back more into their old form. I think I can say it like that, maybe. So this is really an issue here, because we definitely need some cuts probably to get those buttons here in shape. As soon as we cut here a line, the problem is that the buttons over here, the round shape will also be influenced. And as soon as we make another cut here or something like that, the shape will not be the same as before. And even if we move those points around, it will be kind of hard to keep this rounded shape and to make it look like a correct circle. And this is definitely not a good thing. So in this case, we just simply need to think about how we can handle this without cutting into these circles on the other side. Alright, so let's draw a basic line, and let's say we wanna get those things here in shape, in a circular shape. So what we have to do is, first of all, We will cut here through the middle, hold down the shift key, and we cut here through the middle. Okay. Then one extra step for me, so I can get rid of this. And then we'll just simply cut here. Alright, over here. This will be our second cut, and as you can see, already a problem. Not really a problem yet, because when we draw a line down here, we can just simply move those points where the button should spawn. So this should be no problem at all yet. Okay, so far we are fine. Let's draw the next line. Okay, alright. Extra step for me. Let's draw the next line. Should go through here. Okay. Okay. So far so good. And for this outer circle, by the way, for this big circle where the buttons sit, we will just simply use a displacement or bump map. This will probably be the best way, I guess. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we really need to get those circles more in shape, because this is just not enough yet. So we'll just simply create another line right here. Okay. Extra step for me. Another line right here. Okay, this is maybe a little bit too far off. Yeah, maybe here. Okay, perfect. That's good. And the problem is, I think we can't use the same line. So we can't use this line and this line right here for those buttons as well, because this will be probably a bad thing, I guess. Or maybe we can use this line, but we probably can't use the next line that I will draw. Let's see it. Let's draw it. Okay, this is too far off. Yeah, something like this. Okay. And as you can see, we're already starting to getting here into some trouble. I mean, it's still fine. We're still fine here. But we will see how long. Okay. This, okay, still looks good. And then we'll try this one here. No, it's too far off anyway. Okay. Alright, so we definitely can create now this circle for sure. This should be no problem at all. Now let's also fix this circle here. Yes. So we can draw this one as well now. This one should be fine now as well. And those two are still... Okay, can I use this line here and this line to create this circle? It's a good question. I have no clue. I think so. I think I can use those lines. I think so. This would be really great. Okay, let's draw down a line right here for this button here. Okay, perfect. And another one here through the middle of this button. Yes, perfect. Okay. And we will do the exact same thing here with this button. Okay, this is too far off. No, no, no. Alright, okay. And I think we need another line over here to finally create the last button as well. Okay, alright. This looks like now we would create here some triangles, but we can definitely fix this later on anyway. So there will definitely be no triangles in this model at all. Okay, so let's say here we have a spawning point. We will just simply draw this point in here. But the problem is we can't use this to create a circle. Okay, this is really bad. So we can't use, because this point here is already used for this circle, so we can't really draw, move this point down here to create this circle. So we definitely need another line right here, which is a little bit bad. But what can you do sometimes? So we just simply draw another line right here. Now it should work out. And we probably have exactly the same problem for this circle, so we also need to create another line right here. Okay, and now we should be able to create all four circles. We will also good question. Okay, let's see how many lines we can use now here for these buttons. We definitely, and I would need this line to line out this. Okay, let's just simply draw. Let's just draw down here. Maybe something like this. Then like this. All right. And I think there's already a problem. This is already bad. Maybe another cut through the middle. Maybe this will help. I can now use this point here to create this shape right here. Then this point a little bit more in, a little bit more in. Those 3 points a little bit more in the back. Okay, so I can create this buttonhole. Then here I need definitely another cut for this button. Let's check this, if this would work out. Okay, so now I have also the back. I need another cut right here. Okay, so I could get this in shape without any problems as well. The same thing over here, probably too. No. Yes, okay. And do I need another cut? Yes, I need another cut right here. We'll just simply make another cut. Okay. Am I able to create now all those buttons? No. I'm not, or maybe I am. I can move those 2 points up here, those 2 points, without disturbing this button. I'm not sure how far you can understand the problem here. You probably will see it a little bit better when we start modeling. But I think we are fine. If we do it exactly like this, we should be fine. Maybe not. The problem is when we put this into a subdivision model and we really cut it exactly like this, we get our buttonholes and they also should look pretty good, but we would still need some extra cuts to get them more into shape, because there will be too much rounding on them if we don't do this, and this can be a problem. Okay. Well, anyway, I will just simply save this now. We'll just simply start modeling, and we will see what we can do. We'll just simply save this as a JPEG. Construction plan outlined. Merci. Okay. Thanks, Photoshop. Let's get rid of the plane. Let's hit the middle mouse button, jump into the front, another middle mouse button. Options, configure back. Let's load this construction plan right here. And we'll just simply bring in a plane again. I rotate it for 90 degrees. And let's make sure garage shading lines is turned on and wireframe as well. Okay, let's bring this down to 1 segment in the width, 1 segment in the height. Let's hit the C key. And make sure that you're working the right scale. So project scale is centimeters, edit preferences, units, and here unit display centimeters. Then we can just simply bring this down here. And now we can just simply scale it till it fits the object. And in the end, we will just simply scale down the complete PSP till it fits our measured data that we got from Wikipedia. I think the construction plan should be fine, to be honest. And also let's go on basic. Let's turn on X-ray. And we will just simply go like this, a little bit more. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Alright. We should be fine. So in the X it's now 381,522, and the set is, okay, let's just simply set this here to 164 and 380, and it should be fine, I guess. Yes, okay. Alright, alright. So let's try to make our first cuts here. Knife and loop is probably what we need the most. And we will start with the display cuts. So these were the first cuts that we made in Photoshop anyway. And we really look to make them more accurate. So just simply like this, first cut. And I think I will cut this in poly mode so you can see this a little bit better maybe. Okay, next cut right here. Okay, I don't think you can see this really good. So options, configure. And we will just simply bring up the transparency a little bit more, maybe to 80%. So you can definitely see where I'm making those cuts. And now we'll just simply cut the buttons. So this line looks pretty good here. This red line. Alright, another red line. Okay, we'll just simply go with this one. Cut it. Next cut. They are really close, those lines. I don't really like this, but maybe we can fix this a little bit better. Okay. Make another cut right here. Make another cut right here. Here we need a cut through the middle of the button. Here on the right, through the right of the button. Okay. Now we can start to making those cuts here. Cut. 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 Alright. And here we make a cut. And another one here. Another one through the middle of the X. And another one here. Alright, perfect. Okay, let's make those cuts right here, over here. And let's make sure that you always cut through the complete plane. And not that you're starting cutting somewhere around here, which would definitely mess up the mesh a little bit. Okay, we make the cut here, we make the cut here, and here. Okay, maybe a little bit more inwards. Okay, let's make it here, it doesn't really matter. We can move those points around anyway. Okay, here a little bit more accurate through the middle of the button. Here a little bit more accurate to the side. Here we can leave this one. Here we'll make this one. Alright, okay. So we have our basic cuts right now, and now we need to look out to get everything right without messing up. So we need to get those buttons on the left, right, without messing up anything here on the circles, which is probably the biggest challenge. And we will see what we can do. So yeah. So first of all, I think I will bring in, should I delete them first? Maybe not. Some points are really so far off. Let's select those 4 points here around this circle button. Oh, nice. My stomach is yelling at me. Eat something, Dominic. Eat something. I don't think I can right now. Okay, and so we'll just simply bring them in like this. He will do the exact same thing, just a little bit closer. Something like this maybe. Also here. Okay, this will be no perfect circles yet, but we will bring them in shape for sure. Okay, I think this will be the only really nice round button probably right away. Okay, so we just simply put this into subdivision surface, hit here on X-ray as well, click on our plane, and now we'll just simply, or maybe let's turn it off and let's delete those things here. As you can see, this already button looks really, really bad. Just simply select those 2 points here, hit the T key and scale them in a little bit more. Let's see how this looks now. Way better, that's for sure. Here the exact same thing. Alright. Let's look it up once again. Okay, we definitely have to fix those here. Let's delete this and this and this and this. This. We could also make this with a loop selection. I'm just too lazy to get the tool in, to be honest. Okay, select loop selection. Now we need it anyway. We'll select this here, while select boundary loop is ticked on, T key on the keyboard, and we'll scale this out till we get a circular shape, or more circular shape. Probably not this way. No. And let's select those 4 points, and let's scale them a little bit more inwards, maybe. Now it looks better, I think. Select loop selection. Let's do this with the next circle. And wow. Look at you. You definitely don't look good. Okay. We definitely have to bring in those points a little bit more here. Let's check it. Whoa. Not good. A little bit outwards. Maybe a little bit better. Still not perfect. Might need to bring in this point here a little bit. No. Maybe it's something wrong with this point. We just simply really need to move around points till we are satisfied with this circular shape. And here we have a problem as well. I think those points need to go out a little bit more. Yes, okay, looks already better. Fair enough, this looks a little bit messed up. Let's select those 4 points and bring them out a little bit more. Let's select those 2 points maybe and bring them also outwards a little bit more. Maybe it just looks, let's see it from the perspective here. These are no perfect holes. Okay, I think I will just simply fix them later on. Just simply move around some points a little bit more and stuff like that. The really important thing is if we can manage to create those buttons here without messing up those circles on the other side anyway. So it doesn't really matter if we bring them in shape right now. So yeah. So let's move those 3 points up here. Then those points can stay. This point needs to go here in front to create this arrow shape. And this is all we want to do right now. We just simply want to create this arrow shape right now. So as you can see, we need to bring in those 2 points here a little bit more. We need to move those 3 points a little bit more in the back. And we need to move down those 2 points right here. Okay. And I'll just simply move this point here more into the middle and use this point here as the arrow shape. Okay, I will do the exact same thing over here. Move this more into the middle and use this point here as the arrow shape. Select those 2 points, we bring this in. Select those 2 points and we bring them in. And we select those 3 points and also adjust them a little bit better. Okay, last arrow. We use this here as arrow shape. And just simply move those 3 points a little bit more into the back. And this should be it. Maybe those 2 points a little bit more backward. This one a little bit more in. This one a little bit more outwards. Okay. And this one a little bit more to this side. Okay, same thing here probably. Alright. Okay, so we have our 4 arrows, as you can see, and we still have all quads, even though this looks like a triangle, but it's still... Is it still a quad? It should be. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's delete those polygons and let's see what we get. In the perspective view now, it looks something like this. Pretty cool so far, but if we turn this on, you will see they get way more rounding that we would like to have, and this is not really cool. So we need to fix this, like I said, without messing up those circles over here. And this is probably the main problem in modeling the PSP, because I saw a lot of meshes and stuff like that on the internet already, which all had the same idea, that they just simply create this here as an extra part, those two button sides, and then just simply draw around the rest of the model, which is probably not such a bad idea, but this is not what I want. We can do this without doing it this way. At least I hope so. Okay, so we need probably here the knife tool, the loop tool, and now we need to see what we can do here to get this more into shape. So the first thing we can do, we can add here a closer line. Restrict to selection ticked off. Okay, this already works. Let's try the same thing right here. Okay. We probably need to do the same thing here. Yes, and here. Yes. And the same thing here. As long as we're drawing in this direction, so upwards or downwards, it doesn't really matter. As soon as we start to cut in this direction, we will definitely get a problem with the buttons over there. And here we can cut this way, I guess. Yes, and this way. Alright. Then here we will make a cut to bring this in shape and this in shape. And I don't think I can do this. Or maybe I can, maybe I can't. How do I bring this in shape right here? Nope. Okay, here we already start to getting some problems. And let me check also if I would cut like this, if this would fix anything. No, of course not. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Let's see how this looks. This probably doesn't look too good anyway if we would cut it like this. Because the lines are so close, if we would extrude this now, let's see if we would just simply say, okay, the shape is fine, and now we just simply go extrude everything. Let's see how this looks. Let's turn off the X-ray. And let's turn off the, let's switch here to quick shading. Let's change here the Phong angle. Whoa. Let's check it in Octane. Let's see what Octane says. Are you fine with this, Octane? Okay, doesn't look too bad. Alright, okay. So let's go back. Until we're fine, we're fine. Okay. So we just simply jump back, knife tool, and we'll bring this here in shape as well, and this here in shape as well. Alright. As you can see here, I did also make those two cuts here to bring this, to make this here a more sharp edge. And now we only need to fix those two buttons and we are done. And then we can start to make our circles more round and do the rest. And the rest should be really easy. It's really only those buttons that will be heavy in modeling this thing here. And so yeah. So I need to find a way to... Can I draw this line over here without messing up a circle? Should be somewhere around here. Maybe. No, maybe not. Because this point exactly ends up here. In the circle. As you can see, this would exactly end up here in the circle. And as you can see, already messes up our circle shape. Even though it wasn't good before anyway. But we are screwed if we would do this like this. Or can we still handle this? Let's look it up. We can still handle it. Maybe. I think there is no other way around this anyway. I think that's at least what I think. I probably have to cut into those buttons, even so this isn't really a good thing, but I don't think there is a other way around that. So, but we will still, okay, let's go back, of course, because we need to make this cut more precise. Hello. Okay, thanks. So here. And then also on this side doesn't really matter. Now we need to bring this here into shape. And this here. Okay, this was no problem at all. Now we need to make our final cut right here and right here. And we should be good to go. I think that's it. I think we have our buttons now on this side. And now we need to start, as you can see, 2 lines did hit our circles, one here and one here. And we need to fix this, and we need to fix the rounding anyway. But important is that those buttons are really in shape and that we didn't create any triangles and that we're still fine. I think we're still fine. Yes, hopefully, maybe. Okay, let's try to fix those circles. If we can't fix those circles, we're screwed anyway. So we try to bring this one here in the middle of those 2 points so it doesn't disturb the circle as much. Oh, we could also try to bring in, to make those 2 points here get into the middle. This is really a bad idea. I guess this doesn't work this way. Okay. So we just simply need to look out that this point doesn't influence the circle as much. I'll bring up this one a little bit. Okay, might be good. Let's also fix this one that we did bring in here. Bring it down, bring it outwards. Bring this one a little bit this way. Okay. Whoop. All right. Let's see this in a perspective view. The circle almost looks good. Might look fine. Doesn't look too good right here. But this button was messed up anyway, right away, which I don't like. This should be here in the middle. Okay. And this one should move more in this direction. Still looks bad. Why? Why are you messing up so much? Okay, no. Still not perfect for sure. This button looks weird anyway. What we could do is we just simply bring in a disc, rotate it for 90 degrees, X-ray. Hello. Rotation segments to 90, X-ray turned on. Okay, let's scale it down. Let's bring it over this button here. Alright, okay. Now we'll just simply move the points till it fits this shape. It's probably the best way to do it. Okay. Okay, let's take this disc and bring it down to the next one. And let's see what we have here. It's a little bit too small. Okay, T key, we'll just simply scale this out a little bit more. We need to scale this out more anyway, something like this. We'll also bring the disk a little bit more upwards, a little bit bigger. Okay. Now we can just simply align the points of the circle shape to this disk. Okay. So just some simple point moving here. Nothing special. What's going on here? Okay. So a little bit more outwards. Okay, should be good enough, I think. Let's take the disk. Let's bring it down to the X. And select loop selection. And let's scale this out here. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Now we just simply bring in the points till they fit. Okay, alright. As you can see, this is absolutely fantastic work. But what can you do? I mean, there are several ways probably to model this. We could have also brought in 4 disks and then just simply model away from them. So 4 disks and then just simply connect them and then do the rest. But this would still not fix the problem with the other side. So it doesn't really matter which direction we would have taken. So yeah. Now we just need to adjust the points here a little bit more. Isn't really a bad job. It's okay. Okay. Let's bring this in here, the last one. No. Okay. Alright, I think this one should be fine, and let's go to the last one. Let's take our disk with us. Okay. We'll try to align the disk as good as we can in the middle of this button. Okay. Line mode, select loop selection. I'll just simply scale this out. Okay. Let's go into point mode and we'll just simply bring in the points till they fit. Once again, it's a little bit weird here. What's going on? Whoop. Okay. Okay, this is not good. Let me turn off the subdivision surface for now. Okay, there are some weird polygons going on anyway. And this is really what's going on here, please. And what's going on here? Okay, let's go back before we move this circular shape. And let me see how this looks when I turn it off now. Okay, everything is in fine order. Okay, I think we need to bring up this here a little bit more. This point, because those are really disturbing. They shouldn't be too close to this line. Okay, perfect. And I think we will do this for the rest here as well. Because those points shouldn't be that close. Okay. Here the same thing. Whoop. Here the same thing. Only this one is important to keep this in shape. Okay, alright. Okay, and here we have the exact same problem. So I will turn down those points as well. We don't want to have so close lines, because this might cause that there spawns an edge where we don't want to have an edge, and this wouldn't be really good, to be honest. So let's, okay, I think I have somewhere else still a point selected. Is that right? Okay, and we can also take those 2 points, and this point here is important. Okay, and here we have also some closed lines that I don't really like here, and I don't think, okay, we can fix this later on anyway. Let's get back to our circle, and I think now we can fix this. So select loop selection, and now we should be able to scale this out a little bit more without causing any trouble. Okay, perfect. We'll just simply bring this to the disk. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Alright. Okay, now we just simply need the disk for the last one. We just simply need to scale this out a little bit more. It should be in shape already. Maybe it's not. Here is the middle. And we just simply go select loop selection, select this one and scale it out. Okay, this looks really bad, I think. Okay. Maybe the discs, huh? Hoo-ha, huh? Okay, let's maybe make it somewhere around here. And we just simply need to bring down those points here a little bit more. Okay, at this point. This one a little bit more upward. Alright. Now this one a little bit more here. Okay. Let's turn off the disk and let's see what we get. And I think the circles already look good. And yeah, those buttons look good as well. So I think we have done something right. Which would be good, I think. Okay, let's open up another package of cigarettes. If I can get it out of my backpack. And let's open up the package. And let's smoke away. Probably the best thing you can do is smoking. It's good for your health and also doesn't cause any holes in your purse. Okay, perfect. Let's take this further. No, maybe let's fix the points. Before we do anything else, I really want to fix as many points as I can. I don't want to have so many close lines here. This can definitely mess up our model. So we'll select those 4 points here, of course, here in the middle of those buttons, and bring them out a little bit more. Come on, baby, all the way. Okay, maybe not. Let's turn off the subdivision surface and let's see if we can do it now better. Oh, okay, this already causes some problems. We just simply take those points with us as well. Okay, this is good. And yeah, we pull those points also a little bit away. So they're not so close, they're sitting here somewhere in the middle, and then we can just simply select the live selection, hold down the shift key, select those three, and bring them also a little bit more outwards. Okay. Perfect. And I also wanna select those points, 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 and bring it more out like this, so they are not so close here as well. Alright, here we definitely need this close thing, here we definitely don't need it. So let's move them more down here. Okay, and also here we don't need this close cut. And Here the exact same thing. Okay, this will probably take some time to fix this, but it will definitely help us in the end. And this is definitely the most important part, is this part right here. So the upper part of the PSP, because we probably will render this. We definitely want to see the upside when we render this, and so this should be really as perfect as we can do it. So we should definitely fix this as good as we can. This would definitely help. So just simply everywhere where you see that two lines are so together, this is not really good. So we try to get rid of this as much as we can. This is the only thing that we want to do. Here we'll definitely bring it more in this direction. And here the same thing. Bring it more in this direction. Okay. Already starts to look a lot better. We still don't have any triangles in here, which was the plan anyway, which is really good. We can change those 2 points a little bit. Not this point, because this point is here to keep this here in shape. We can fix those 2 points a little bit better. Bring this one up a little bit. Okay. So the overall look of the model is just a little bit cleaner. What rhymes with cleaner? I have a word in my head, but I'm the nice tutorial guy. I can't say it. Oh my goodness. What am I speaking about? Anyway, okay, so let's bring this over here. Let's split those as much as we can. And here we can take those points, not the last one, because the last one is here to keep this in shape, as you might have guessed. Here the same thing. Here we only need to take 2 points. Okay. Bring this over here. Select those 2 points, bring this over here. Here we will select 1, 2. Okay, not this one. This one, and bring this over here. And I think we are almost done. Almost. We will definitely double check this here. If we can fix a little bit more. Yeah, we can definitely fix those lines. So let's bring them up. Or up. Okay. Okay. Oh, we can bring up this one as well. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's turn on the subdivision surface and let's see if we're still good. Oh, please. Yeah, we should be. The only thing that looks a little bit messed up is here. As you can see here, we're getting some problems. And this is because why? I have no clue. Perfect. Maybe we need to, let's try to bring down this point here. Let's turn it back on. Let's bring it over here. Let's see it. No, this didn't help at all. Why are you messing up now? Why would you do that to me? Why? Don't do it. Oh, sweet mother. Okay, let me think about this. Why would you do that? Can be only because of this cut. No. Okay, other question. Why is it working on the other buttons but not here? This is the first question that I have. So this button is still clean. I think when we turn on the subdivision surface, yes, looks absolutely good. But this button is not. And why is this button not? Where's the difference between those two buttons? Where is the difference? I think I will just pause the video and try to find the issue. Okay, I found the issue. We just simply need to select those 5 points, and we need to scale them out a little bit more. And then we just simply scale out the rest accordingly. Something like this. Okay, and let's turn this back on. As you can see, this issue is fixed, and we'll do the exact same thing over here. Let's scale them out. And let's scale the rest of the points accordingly. Alright. And now we'll just simply select those points here as well. And scale them out a little bit. And something like this might be already okay. Let's get this one aligned a little bit better, and this one. Okay, and down here the same thing. Alright. So let's turn back on the subdivision and we should be fine. And should not run into any crazy issues. Let's check this once again. Let's extrude this. Control A, extrude. Apply 36 centimeters. I don't really care right now. Let's put this back in the subdivision surface. Of course, we get here some crazy issues still, because we still need more cuts. But I just want to look at the basic shape if it looks okay. Let's turn off X-ray. Let's turn on quick shading. Let's try to make some basic cuts here just for now to see if we're really fine. So we'll just simply try to make a cut in here. Knife, make a cut here, make a cut here and here. And we'll try to make a cut right here, right here, right here, and right here. Let's check this. If you have any problems, yeah, a little bit. Okay, this can be fixed easily. On this side, sorry, here we have a little bit of problem. Definitely, we probably can fix this as well. And here we also have a little bit of a problem. How do those buttons look? Those buttons look absolutely clean. Love it. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so in the next part, we will still need to fix those two buttons on this side, probably, because they're getting a little bit crazy, which I don't really like. We will definitely find out why they are going crazy, and so yeah. Okay, so I will end this part and see you in part 2.